then
Hmm.
integrated and dump filter, and then
Hmm.
optimum filter.
Okay. So we have seen these contents in chapter number 5. Initially, we have started with what is the concept of digital receiver or receiver used in the digital communication system. Okay, so whatever is the receiver used in the digital communication system, it is having the first requirement that error of probability should be minimum in the particular receiver. Then after that, whatever is the noise it is added during the transmission part, it is required that that noise should be avoided and still the symbol should be properly recognized at the receiver. Here आहे digital receiver main requirement. Then we have seen what is the concept of optimum receiver. Optimum receiver means what? Can anyone tell? What is the definition of optimum receiver?
The probability of error is minimum, then optimum.
Yes. Yes, where the probability of error it is minimum, that is called as the optimum receiver. Then we have seen that four types of optimum receiver. Actually, integrate and the filter, that is also one type of receiver that we have seen, where it works on this principle of this dump switch. That's why it is called as integrate and dump filter. It's a working bagitla पण. Then we have seen the what the derivation for probability of error for optimum receiver. नंतर correlator receiver बघितला आपण, and after the correlator receiver we have seen the working principle of this matched filter receiver, and at last we have proved that whatever is the output of matched filter receiver and the this one correlator receiver, both the outputs are same, that we have completed. Okay, so then we have seen in the second part हे probability of error चे derivation बघितलं आपण decision boundary च्या condition वरून. Then in the second part of this chapter we have seen the synchronization. Synchronization तीन गोष्टींचं required असतं receiver मध्ये. First one is synchronization for this carrier, synchronization for symbol, and synchronization for frame. These three types of synchronizations are required. So out of that, for each type of synchronization, one method we have seen. Okay, so this is about the contents in this chapter. So chapter was small. Actually, chapter number 5, 6, and 7, those are having small as compared with the previous chapter. Okay, so this is what about chapter number 5. So if you see I will just quickly take a review. I will not go in detail. Assignment questions and MCQs for this chapter number 5. See, correlation receiver, integrate and dump method, synchronization, matched filter receiver. तुम्हाला स्क्रीन दिसते ना सगळ्यांना? Screen is visible to all?
Yes, ma'am, visible.
Then symbol synchronization techniques, carrier synchronization methods, and the power loop. This will not be there now this time in the syllabus. Okay, so Costas loop receiver, symbol synchronization, derive the expression for error probability for optimum receiver. So this is about the assignment questions, and these are the MCQs. Okay, so you can go through that MCQs and we can have discussion if on the points if you have any problem. Okay, so this is about chapter number 5. So today we are going to start chapter number 6. Okay, so if you see the syllabus for chapter number 6, so we will see multi-channel and multi-carrier system. Listen carefully what we are going to see in this chapter. Chapter number 6 is multi-channel and multi-carrier communication system. Now what do you understand from this name itself? Multi-channel, multi-carrier communication system चा अर्थ काय होतो त्याच्या नावावरून सांगा मला. What do you understand from that name? काय अर्थ समजतोय सांगा. मल्टी चॅनल म्हणजे काय?
Multiple channels.
So up till now whatever we have seen in digital communication system, काय काय बघितलं आपण बघा. पहिल्यात तर काय आपण थेरॉटिकल पार्ट काय बघितलं नाही, जास्त न्यूमरिकल आहे. पल्स कोड मॉड्युलेशन बघितलं, बायनरी डिजिटल कम्युनिकेशन स्कीम बघितल्या, बायनरी ASK FSK, नंतर MRA मध्ये MRA ASK FSK, that points we have seen. Then we have seen here the optimum receiver, how to design optimum receiver. So in these points whatever we have seen, that was having only one carrier and one channel. पण किंवा कुठल्याही ह्याच्यामध्ये कधी कधी आपण रिसिव्हर साइडला दोन कॅरियर यूज केलेत फॉर दॅट demodulation purpose, but we have never used the two carriers during the transmission. Okay, just a minute. Two carriers we have used, not used in the transmitter up till now. Okay, so whenever we are using the multiple carriers and multiple channels for transmission of the signal, then that particular system it is called as a multi-channel and multi-carrier communication system. Try to understand meaning of this word. It is simple one. आतापर्यंत आपण जे जे बघितलं सिलेबस मध्ये त्या प्रत्येकामध्ये ऑलमोस्ट वी हॅव युज्ड सिंगल चॅनल ॲट ट्रान्समीटर अँड मल्टिपल चॅनल्स, single channel for transmitter and single carrier for transmitter. Okay, but the name multi-channel and multi-carrier, it indicates what? The signal transmission is done with the help of multiple carrier signals and multiple channels. Okay, so that we are going to see in this chapter. Okay, so we will see one by one how it works. Okay, so in this we have to see multi-channel digital communication system in AWGN channel, AWGN channels. Then simple block diagram of multi-carrier communication system, then FFT based multi-carrier communication system, and how to minimize peak to average ratio, or this is the SNR ratio in the multi-carrier communication system. So all these points we have to see in this chapter. Okay, so you got the concept of multi-channel and multi-carrier communication system. For example, if you have to see one example of multi-carrier and multi-channel communication system. Let us for the concept, you can see not exactly block diagram, but some conceptual diagram for this particular point. I will show you this one. See, for different functions, different channels we are using. So for blogs, articles, videos, emails, direct mail. So these are like the different channels. So multiple channels we are going to use, and we are going to transmit the multiple carrier signals through the multiple channels. That system it is called as the multiple channel and multi-carrier communication system. Okay, so we will go to the notes of this particular chapter. So this is about syllabus. General diagram of multiple carrier communication system we have to see. Then FFT based multi-carrier system we have to see. And then we will see how to minimize peak average ratio in multi-carrier communication system. Okay, so we will see the concepts here. So in the introduction part, as we have seen or discussed, आतापर्यंत आपण बघा काय केलं होतं. इनपुट सिग्नल आहे. सपोज दिस इज अवर मॉड्युलेटिंग सिग्नल. In case of digital communication, modulating signal is in the form of bits. This is modulating signal. This is carrier. Carrier is in the analog form. आणि इथं मॉड्युलेटर वापरला होता आणि आपल्याला काय मिळालेलं आहे इथं modulated signal, and this signal was transmitted through channel. And at demodulator side, what we have seen, this is the input to the demodulator. This is modulated signal. Demodulator ला दिला आपण, परत त्याच्यामध्ये कॅरियर ऍड करून कोहरंट डिटेक्शन मेथडने आपल्याला परत आउटपुटला काय मिळालेलं आपलं ओरिजिनल मॉड्युलेटिंग सिग्नल. दिस इज द टाइप ऑफ डायग्राम or its functioning we have seen up till now. So up till now we have seen that the information signal is transmitted over a single channel. So here whatever channel we have used in between, that was a single channel, only one number of channel we have used. Information signal is transmitted over a single channel by using single carrier by using modulation. कॅरियर पण एक होता आणि इथं चॅनल आपण यूज केलेले सुद्धा किती होते. The channel was only one. But what happens, what is drawback of this particular system? This system limits for data rate low. That is whatever is the data rate of the signal transmission. Data rate म्हणजे काय, बिट रेट. एका सेकंदामध्ये तुमचा किती डेटा ट्रान्समिट होतो किंवा एका सेकंदामध्ये तुमचे किती नंबर ऑफ बिट्स ट्रान्समिट होतात. दॅट इज कॉल्ड ॲज द डेटा रेट और इट इज कॉल्ड ॲज द बिट रेट. मग ही सिंगल कॅरियर सिंगल चॅनल सिस्टीम काय करते, इट लिमिट्स फॉर द data rate. We are not able to increase the data rate or we are not able to increase the number of channels. So data rate it is reduced. And to overcome this limitation, we are going to use the multi-channel and multi-carrier communication system. म्हणजे त्याच्यामध्ये कॅरियर सुद्धा यूज करणार आहे तुम्ही. मल्टिपल नंबर ऑफ असतात आणि नंबर ऑफ चॅनल्स वी आर गोइंग टू यूज, दोज आर ऑल्सो multiple number of channels are used. That is the concept of this multi-channel and multiple carrier communication system, or it is simply abbreviated as multi-channel and multi-carrier communication system. Okay, so now when we see this multi-channel and multi-carrier, बघा ह्याचा अर्थ लक्षात घ्या. Multi-channel and multi-carrier communication system, I am writing in short. आता ह्याच्यामध्ये the system can be only multi-channel. ह्याच्यामध्ये 3 केसेस असू शकतात. काही सिस्टीम्स असे असतात ज्या काय असतात फक्त मल्टी चॅनल, म्हणजे कॅरियर असेल एकच, बट द सिग्नल यू आर गोइंग टू ट्रान्समिट थ्रू द मल्टिपल channels, that is called as multi-channel system. Then another type can be there where the signal, the multiple number of carriers are used, but you can transmit it only through the single channel by using some multiplexing method. But when we say multi-channel and multi-carrier system, तिसऱ्या टाइपच्या सिस्टीम मध्ये काय असू शकतं, कॅरियर सुद्धा तुमचे जास्त आहेत, नंबर ऑफ कॅरियर सिग्नल्स आर ऑल्सो मोर and channels are also more than one. That we are calling it as a multi-channel and multi-carrier communication system. Okay, are you getting the concept of multiple carrier and multi-channel and multi-carrier communication system? What can be the advantage of using this kind of system? बघा आता हा थोडा नवीन कन्सेप्ट आहे. आतापर्यंत आपण जे बघितलेत त्यात कुठं जास्त चॅनल किंवा जास्त number of carriers navte. But here we are going to use multiple channels and multiple carriers. That's why that system it is called as the multi-channel and multi-carrier communication system. So now you tell me what can be the advantages of this system?
Bandwidth utilization is less.
Bandwidth utilization is increased, and data rate of the signal transmission, that is also increase. That is the advantage of this multi-channel and multi-carrier communication system. Okay, so if you find various things or various materials you will get related to this multi-channel and multi-carrier communication system. So if you see on the internet, some points I have taken here. See, using a large number of parallel narrowband subcarriers instead of, आता याच्यामध्ये मल्टी कॅरियर जेव्हा आपण म्हणतो तेव्हा सगळे जे कॅरियर आहेत those are the perpendicular to each other, so that's why it is called as the carrier to transport the information. Using a large number of parallel narrowband subcarriers instead of single wideband carrier transport the information, त्याला म्हणतात मल्टी कॅरियर सिस्टीम. So advantages are very easy and efficient in dealing with multi-part, robust against narrowband interference. Okay, so these are some of the basic points related to the multi-channel and multi-carrier communication system. Okay, now we will see the diagram for this multi-channel communication system. You got the basic concept of this particular point? Can you tell me any example where this system is implemented practically? Can you tell me some example where this system is practically implemented? Yes. I could not hear. Tell
Television.
me. Television. Yes. Any other example?
Radio broadcasting.
Okay. So there we are using different number of channels, different number of carriers. जेव्हा आपल्याला efficiency वाढवायची असते सिस्टमची, and when we have to increase the data rate, when we have to achieve the bandwidth utilization, then in that case we are trying this particular communication system. Now here is the diagram for multi-channel communication system. Now see this diagram carefully. Multi-channel communication system. So this is input data. Now obviously this data is going to be in the digital form. Okay, so this data will be in the form of some bits. This is input data. Now this data is in the serial form. So next block it is used here is this serial to parallel converter. So this block will convert these serial bits in the form of parallel units. So then it will be B1, this will be B2, B3, B4 like that up to Bn. B1 separate kela, B2 separate kela up to Bn. These bits are separated and that bits are given to the next block modulator. Okay, or this one it is the multiplier. So whatever is this bit is multiplied with carrier, separate carrier called as C1 of T. Then this bit is multiplied with separate carrier C2 of T. It is multiplied with separate carrier Cn of T. म्हणजे काय केलं आपण याच्यामध्ये, हा जो आपला इन्फॉर्मेशन सिग्नल आहे ह्या इन्फॉर्मेशन सिग्नलला एकच मॉड्युलेटिंग सिग्नल आहे, पण त्याच्यासाठी कॅरियर किती यूज केले आपण, multiple carriers we have used. One bit we have modulated with separate carrier, second signal we have modulated with separate carrier, up to like Bn we have modulated with separate carrier. So here you will get modulated signal 1, here you will get modulated signal 2, up to that modulated signal n we are getting in this particular diagram. मग हा पहिला मॉड्युलेटेड सिग्नल आपण कशा थ्रू ट्रान्समिट केला, चॅनल 1 थ्रू. सेकंड मॉड्युलेटेड सिग्नल वी हॅव ट्रान्समिटेड थ्रू चॅनल 2. थर्ड मॉड्युलेटेड सिग्नल वी हॅव ट्रान्समिटेड through channel 3, like that it is up to channel n. So these signals are transmitted in the particular channel. म्हणजे लक्षात आलं, एकच मॉड्युलेटिंग सिग्नल होता त्याला आपण सिरियल टू पॅरलल फॉर्म मध्ये कन्वर्ट केलं आणि प्रत्येक मेसेजला आपण सेपरेट कॅरियरनी मॉड्युलेट केले. सो दीज आर द मल्टिप्लायर्स और वी कॅन से दीज आर मॉड्युलेटर्स. दिस इज बेसिक सिग्नल. आफ्टर युजिंग सिरियल टू पॅरलल कन्व्हर्जन इट इज कन्वर्टेड इनटू B1 B2 डॅश डॅश अप टू BN. मग प्रत्येक ह्याला आपण सेपरेट कॅरियर यूज केला. and whatever is the modulated signal. So as I told you, at the output of this modulator 1 you will get one modulated signal. At the output of the second modulated or second modulator you will get modulated signal 2. Here you will get modulated signal n. So each modulated signal we have transmitted through a separate channel. See here, channel 1 is transmitting this signal, channel 2 is transmitting this signal, channel 3 is transmitting this signal, or this is for example up to n. So each channel, multiple channels are used for multiple carriers. So this is the output of channel 1, which is same modulated output 1, modulated output 2, modulated output n. Now again to demodulate that, so again to demodulate that, here the same the whatever is the signal, that is again multiplied with the same carrier. Again this second signal whatever is transmitted through channel 2, that signal is modulated, or that signal it is multiplied by the same carrier whatever we have used during the transmission. Same carrier ने आपण receiver ला आपण काय करतो, त्याला multiply करतो C2 of T ने. Here Cn of T ने multiply केले. Here also the received signal it is multiplied by this same carrier signal, that is Cn of T, and then that particular things are given to this parallel to series converter, and here whatever bits we have transmitted, that original bits we are able to get at the receiver. Okay, so this is about the multi-channel communication system. Okay, so I will show you the diagrams for that also. आता मल्टी चॅनल कम्युनिकेशन सिस्टीम मध्ये दोन पॉइंट्स बघायचे आपल्याला. ओके, सो इफ यू सी हियर in the syllabus, one thing you have to see multi-carrier communication system by considering our regular time domain signal. ही जी ब्लॉक डायग्राम आता आपण बघितली that is of multi-carrier communication system point. ही झाली सिंपल ब्लॉक डायग्राम जी आपण टाइम डोमेन मध्ये कन्सिडर करतोय त्या पर्टिक्युलर सिस्टीम साठी. सो दिस इज multi-carrier communication system simple diagram. And next another diagram we have to see, which is FFT based multi-carrier communication system that we are going to consider by considering the signal in the frequency domain. Okay, so right now we are considering about this multi-carrier communication system. Okay, so this diagram I will repeat once again, then we will go to the next point. See this one. Multi-channel communication system. Input data is given, which is in the form of bits. Then when we write 100110, the serial form मध्ये आहे. First we have to convert it into parallel form. So the next block after this input data is serial to parallel converter. So here we will get B1 data, B2 data. Here it is Bn. So for each bit we are using the separate carrier signal. So for B1 the carrier used is C1, for B2 the carrier used is C2 up to Bn the carrier used it is Cn. प्रत्येक बिटला सेपरेट कॅरियर ने आपण मॉड्युलेट केलं. Here you will get the modulated signal as M1. Here you will get modulated signal as M2 dash dash up to Mn. So each modulated signal is transmitted through single channel. म्हणजे इथे channel 1 च्या आउटपुटला आला M1, channel 2 च्या आउटपुटला आला M2, channel 3 च्या आउटपुटला आला M3 like that. For channel N, here we will get the output as Mn. So again, with this modulated signal, this particular carrier, whatever was used at the transmitter side, that carrier is combined in the received signal once again at the receiver, and after that, in between applying the low pass filter or band pass filters of the same frequency, you can get the original signal at the output of that particular filters, and then that things, that output of that, it is given to this parallel to series converter, and we are able to get the original data whatever was transmitted here. So both these points we are going to get the same data. Okay, so in this we have used the multiple carriers for modulation as well as the multiple channels for transmitting the particular modulated signal. Okay, so that's why this system, it is called as the multi-channel multi-carrier communication system. Okay, so this is about the basic information of the system. Okay, so is it clear? Multi-channel communication system, is that point clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now there is one more type here we are going to see, or we can say this is one of the example of multi-carrier communication system, and that is known by the name as orthogonal frequency division multiplexing. Okay, so this is one separate point we are going to see in this chapter. आता ही जी डायग्राम आपण आता बघितले multi channel communication system, this we have considered by taking the system in the time domain. Whatever this diagram we have seen, the diagram is by considering the system in time domain. But when we apply the Fourier transform for that particular system, or when we consider the system in the frequency domain, then this diagram we have to see, FFT based block diagram for this particular system. Okay, so here the changes are input data, serial to parallel converter, multi carrier modulator, हे frequency domain मध्ये consider केलेले. So first we will take two examples in time domain, and then we will go for this particular point in which we are going to see this multi-channel multi-carrier communication system by considering the reference of frequency domain, and then we will see the particular next point, okay, how to calculate the peak average power ratio for this system, then what are the advantages of multi-channel system. So initially only we will discuss what are the advantages of multi-channel system, because that is generally applicable for time domain as well as for the frequency domain. So what are the advantages? It provides high data rate, wireless broadband system. It can see video or satellite based programs like television. User can use all the facilities at the same time. जर आपल्याला एका वेळेस एकच चॅनल दिसत असेल तर आपल्याला टीव्ही मध्ये चॅनल बदलता येणार नाही. We will have only one option, like what it was there previously. So user can get all the facilities at same time. It is cheaper than the traditional system. Then many services are available in one device. Efficient because of orthogonality. आता orthogonal signals म्हणजे काय ते आपण OFDM मध्ये बघूया. OFDM itself stands for orthogonal frequency division multiplexing. Guard interval eliminates intersymbol interference. आता intersymbol interference म्हणजे काय मी सांगितलेलं तुम्हाला परवाच्या लेक्चरला. सांगा मला काय कन्सेप्ट आहे intersymbol interference means. What do you understand by this intersymbol interference? What is the meaning of intersymbol interference? इथे काय स्टेटमेंट आहे? Guard interval eliminates the intersymbol interference. So what is the meaning of intersymbol interference? Can you tell that? Inter-symbol interference means what? आय डायग्राम वगैरे पॉइंट सांगितले होते ना मी तुम्हाला परवा दिवशी. सो व्हॉट इज द मिनिंग
येस
ऑफ
मॅम,
इंटर-symbol
सांगितलं होतं.
interference? So inter-symbol interference means what? During the bit transmission in digital communication system, the signals get mixed with each other. That is called as the इंटरसिम्बॉल इंटरफरन्स. म्हणजे एक सिम्बॉल दुसऱ्यामध्ये मिक्स होतं. दॅट इज कॉल्ड एज इंटरसिम्बॉल इंटरफरन्स. अँड intersymbol interference should be less when you are going to design any communication system. Specifically in digital communication system, we are considering this phenomenon of intersymbol interference. So that intersymbol interference is less in this multi-channel communication system. Okay, so this is about the advantages of multi-channel and multi-carrier communication system. Okay, so we have seen the diagram for multi-channel communication system in time domain. Now whatever is this system, it is in the time domain. ह्याच्यानंतर आपल्याला जी बघायची आहे ती मल्टी कॅरियर मल्टी चॅनल कम्युनिकेशन सिस्टम इन फ्रिक्वेन्सी डोमेन बघायची आहे. But before going to this particular point, we will see one more example of multi-channel, multi-carrier communication system in frequency domain itself. Sorry, in the time domain itself. So that's a particular system. It is known by the name as orthogonal frequency division multiplexing. Okay, so remember this long form. In MCQ, this question it is frequently asked. What is the long form of OFDM? OFDM stands for orthogonal frequency division multiplexing. Now, before going to this particular point, tell me what is the concept of frequency division multiplexing? Frequency division multiplexing काय basic working principle? आपण दोन मेथड बघितल्या, टाइम डिव्हिजन मल्टिप्लेक्सिंग अँड frequency division multiplexing. So what is the working principle of frequency division multiplexing? काय होतं फ्रिक्वेन्सी डिव्हिजन मल्टिप्लेक्सिंगचं काय बेसिक वर्किंग प्रिन्सिपल?
Multiple signals transmitted at a time.
Multiple signals are transmitted at a time by using the different frequency slots. म्हणजे प्रत्येक चॅनलला आपण एक स्पेसिफिक फ्रिक्वेन्सी अलॉट केलेली असते. And by using that particular frequency slot, we are transmitting the particular signals. Okay, that is the concept of FDM. So in analog communication, we have compared the time division multiplexing and frequency division multiplexing. Okay, so we have seen that in case of FDM, the whole bandwidth is divided into number of users, and then each user get the separate frequency for communication. For example, here this is the whole bandwidth or whole frequency slots. It is divided into different users or different channels, channel 1, channel 2, up to channel N. So each channel is given a specific frequency, and by using that frequency, the signal is going to be transmitted. This is seen in case of the regular FDM system. आपण बघितलंय टाइम डिव्हिजन मल्टिप्लेक्सिंग मध्ये काय डिफरन्स आहे आणि फ्रिक्वेन्सी डिव्हिजन मल्टिप्लेक्सिंग ह्या दोन्हीमध्ये काय डिफरन्स आहे. That points we have seen in analog communication. Then to avoid the wastage of band or bandwidth utilization in proper way and save the bandwidth for higher data rate, we use orthogonal frequency division multiplexing. इथं कसं होतं, हा फ्रिक्वेन्सी स्लॉट ह्या चॅनलला दिला, हा फ्रिक्वेन्सी स्लॉट ह्या चॅनलला दिला. But in case of OFDM, what happens? See here, in OFDM, The single carrier is subdivided into n number of subcarriers and which are given by del F is equal to Fc divided by n, where n is the total number of carriers. आता हे इक्वेशन बघायच्या आधी first thing you try to understand that in regular FDM only one carrier we are considering. In regular FDM we are considering only one carrier, and the whatever are the number of channels by considering the frequency, प्रत्येक चॅनलला एक पर्टिक्युलर फ्रिक्वेन्सी स्लॉट दिलेला असतो आणि त्याच्या थ्रू आपला सिग्नल ट्रान्समिट होत असतो रेग्युलर फ्रिक्वेन्सी डिव्हिजन मल्टिप्लेक्सिंग मध्ये. बट इन केस ऑफ दिस ऑर्थोगोनल FDM, one single carrier is subdivided into n number of subcarriers. म्हणजे एक कॅरियर हा n number of frequencies मध्ये डिवाइड केलेला असतो. So for example here if n is equal to 8, then in that case एका कॅरियर मध्ये सब कंपोनेंट किती असतात फ्रिक्वेन्सीचे 8 कंपोनेंट्स असतात and they are having the difference as del F. So here these subcarriers are orthogonal to each other. Orthogonal means what? They are perpendicular to each other. So whatever are these carriers, जर आपण एका कॅरियरला 8 पार्ट मध्ये डिवाइड केलं तर whatever are that 8 sub parts, those are perpendicular to each other. Okay, so these signals are orthogonal or perpendicular to each other. Then मग आता बघा एक कॅरियर आहे FDM मध्ये काय झालं होतं, एक कॅरियर एका चॅनलला दिलाय, दुसरा कॅरियर आपण सेकंड चॅनलला दिला. बट इन केस ऑफ OFDM, as we are dividing the carrier itself into different sub channels, or as we are dividing the carrier itself into multiple paths or multiple carriers, that carriers are orthogonal to each other, and because of that whatever is the bandwidth utilization, it is saved here, that is 50% the bandwidth it is saved, like that. So we will see the block diagram of OFDM transmitter and receiver in the next lecture, but today at least you try to understand the concept. इथं एक कॅरियर जो आहे तो सब कॅरियर्स मध्ये डिवाइड केलेला आहे आणि किती समजा त्याला लिमिट नाही. सो n इज नंबर ऑफ parts in which the main carrier you can divide. मग जर n हा जर नंबर ऑफ सब कॅरियर्स असतील तर FC म्हणजे कॅरियरची फ्रिक्वेन्सी, यू हॅव टू डिवाइड द FC बाय, or you have to divide the carrier frequency by number of subcarriers, and that will give you the difference between the subcarriers, that is del F, and all the subcarriers are orthogonal to each other, which is given by sine of omega ct into cos of omega ct is equal to 0. So how it works, what is its transmitter and receiver, that we will see in the next lecture. So this is basic block diagram of multi-channel communication system by time domain, and this diagram is by considering the frequency domain. So all these points we will see in the next lecture. Okay, so you just give 1 minute. Okay.